He's got no clue what's happening next. The blind wizard stumbles through each quest. Magic's wild, memories hazy, but trust the vibe even if it's crazy. He's got a friend, she's small but wise. The prediction princess, the theories will arise. No spoilers, just fate. Let the story unfold. Blind reactions with a heart of gold.
Hello YouTube, the Blind Wizard here, and as is tradition, here's the note. Dun, 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 dun. I just got a note. I just got a note. I just got a note. What does the boss want now? Dun 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 dun. Hello, Blind Wizard. If you're wondering why you are later than scheduled on the calendar, it's because some things happened, and now you are just going to do Demon Lord 2099 throughout the rest of this week. The ref will be busy tomorrow, and because of me being busy later today, we're shuffling things around, and you are getting going with the rest of Demon Lord 2099 today. If you don't finish it today, that's fine. Just make sure you finish it before the weekend is over. Signed as always, keep up the good work. Joseph Crickmore. Okay. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Looks like my job, like right now, is to finish Demon Lord 2099, which means we are on episode 8. And we're starting a new arc. It truly feels like the beginning of another chunk of the story, and I'm genuinely curious about like what comes next, because in the end of the last episode we saw Marcus is basically dead. Veltol and Machina are like closer together than ever. They got a better apartment, they got a better place to live, and the secretary lady left with Graham, which I feel like is going to become very important soon or later. So it seems like there will be some stuff to look forward to. So without any further ado, next time you see me will be that post-episode discussion. And abracadabra, alakazam. Alrighty, post-episode discussion time, and whoa. First of all, the opening has new visuals, which definitely means we're in a new chunk of the story, which makes sense. Why would the now dead Marcus still be in the opening? So that's a smart thing to do, to replace him. But also, like, the new face in the opening is this blonde girl with 2 different colored eyes. And the episode starts with probably her hearing a different voice, and she's unable to do anything about the voice speaking to her. Potentially. And then, of course, Veltol, Takahashi, and Machina are at this magic school in Akihabara because they're trying to get into the magic vault that's underneath the school. So we have like a small like follow-up from the last arc at the beginning of this episode. And so our next goal is acquiring the records of the 6 Dark Peers. So that way Veltol can track down the ones that are probably still alive. Who knows for what reason? It could also be just to gather his forces again, but it could be to solve the Shinjuku energy problem once Marcus's power runs out of the furnace. So then we can just replace the furnace. So I hope that's what Graham is up to. But, so then him, Machina, and Takahashi, they, Takahashi proves that she's a genius with research and information and not just one simple search engine, so way to actually show how to do research, so thank you, Takahashi. And so we find our way to Akihabara. In a specific chunk of it that's called Magic Town. And they reach the academy, and they're going as exchange students, and Veltol has no sense of the word discreet, or mission, or secretness. He straight up tells the principal of the academy his goal, And she's not fazed by it at all. But then she literally reveals like 10 minutes later that her goal was to also bring the regalia together, which are the 3 keys keeping the seal on the vault. And it was like she always wanted to gather them together, you know, to open the vault herself. So, I mean, that's a nice help that she's on board with our mission. But then, like, the end of the episode came, and Veltol was like, oh yeah, I know this scenario because I played a couple games from the other world, and like Japanese high school games, and I'm so ready for the situation. And I'm just like, oh no. Because it reminds me of a certain Fuko who has no high school experience, yet they're going to base their high school experience on a fictional high school. Oh dear. I do like the meta joke that Machina did about how anime used to love playing with the trope, because it's true. There are still anime made to this day that use the school trope. Even if it's not a regular Japanese high school and it's like a fantasy magic school, there are plenty of those kinds of series out there too. I mean, Chivalry of a Failed Knight is an option. The 100 Million Year Button is an option. I wonder if that one will ever get animated. I wouldn't cover it, of course. The boss has been reading Million Year Button. So I hope there's like actual progression in that series. He hasn't touched it in a while. So in any case, this was a fun episode to start this all off, and now I'm actually just more curious about what's to come next. But Graham and the secretary had one final end credits scene in this episode specifically. And first of all, we learn that she plays gacha games. Okay, that's a random detail I didn't need to know about, but given the funny, cruel twist of irony of this episode releasing when it is, the day before the anime of Infinite Gacha, hearing any other mention of a gacha in an anime at all was kind of surprising. But then we had something at the end of the episode with Graham that made me think and theorize and predict, but I'm not going to say it here. You should actually go watch the reaction to see that prediction and see whether or not it comes true. So in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend, make sure you join the Patreon. Go over and check the stuff out that's over there. Have some fun with it. And of course, keep your notifications on, because as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.